morning. Welcome to the Local Live. I'm Maura Carlin. We are live from Mamaroneck Avenue from the first block party of the summer. So if you find yourself on the avenue, and if you're not here, come on down. Come say hello to us. We're right in front of the old Payless shoe store. Tonight is puppy adoption night, and we have Paula Krenkel from New York Pet Rescue bringing us 4 dogs who are all available for adoption. Paula, thank you so much for joining us. First dog you've got, we're going to jump right into it.
Okay.
We got Snoop. Where's Snoop from?
Okay,
Tell us a little about.
Snoop is from Puerto Rico.
Oh.
He's a min pin. He just came up from Puerto Rico last week. He was supposed to be...
Hurricane victim?
He was, yes. And now we have him, and he is absolutely the cutest little thing you've ever seen.
How old is he?
Snoop is about a year old, housebroken, good on a leash, gets along with everybody, gets along with my 10-month-old grandson who loves to feed him, gets along with all the other dogs, plays in the backyard, sleeps all night, a perfect dog.
So, family is good?
Yep.
Kids?
Yep.
Good?
Perfect. Not a barker.
Apartment living?
He's, as long as people are willing to give him the exercise he needs, he is a young dog, he would be perfect.
How about for older people?
Probably a little bouncy. He is very jumpy. Not jumpy in a bad way, but excited. He wants to be with his people. He likes to play. So I think probably a little, depends on their activity level. What's an older person today?
Good point. Did you get a lot of puppies as a result of Hurricane Maria from Puerto Rico?
We got a lot of puppies from Texas. We did not.
Harvey.
We did not get a lot from Puerto Rico for no particular reason other than we didn't have contacts down there. A lot of the hurricane dogs from Puerto Rico went to Florida, went to some of the other states that already had contacts with rescue groups down there.
So was this sent to you by a rescue group or
Yes.
somebody who brought a family?
No. This is someone actually who was going from St. Croix with a bunch of dogs that they were rescuing from St. Croix from the hurricane areas, made a stop in Puerto Rico, then went to Miami. These poor dogs have been schlepped everywhere. And look how
And they
great
travel
he is.
in crates
Look, yes,
in the belly.
And they could be traveling for 30 hours. They get water, they will get walked, but they're well cared for, and then they come to rescue groups like Pet Rescue. We get them into foster homes. They vet them from where we get them, whether it's Puerto Rico or one of our dogs is from South Korea. They vet them there. We finish the vetting here, whatever else needs to be done. He's my foster dog, and we have a great time.
How long have you had him?
Just a little over a week.
Oh, he's new to the area.
He is.
Welcome, Snoop.
And learning the language.
Does he actually respond
No.
better to Spanish than English?
No.
No?
I won't know. I don't speak Spanish.
Okay. So if you speak Spanish, come on over and we'll test it out.
Right. But look at this face with the little underbite. And
So
this is
cute.
him. Like,
What kind of dog is it?
he's a min pin.
A what?
A miniature pinscher.
Okay. As in a Doberman pinscher?
Yes. But I don't know if they're really related, but
Okay.
they certainly look like they should be.
And if somebody is interested in adopting Snoop, what should
Go
they
right
do?
to our website, ny-petrescue.org.
That's great. Okay. Snoop has had his 4 minutes in the in the
Okay.
limelight, and we're going to move on. But before we do, we've got some announcements for you because there's a lot going on this summer here in Mamaroneck, the town, the village, and the village of Larchmont. So if you want, join the summer concert series at Harbor Island Parks Sundays this month. Coming up this Sunday, July 15th, we've got Rhythm of Life. July 22nd, you can hear the Alpaca Gnomes. And on July 29th, the LPS will be playing. We're going to switch dogs. I guess they're getting our next one, who will be Jada. Is Jada also from Puerto Rico?
Jada's from West Virginia. Jada just came up with her 2 siblings.
Okay.
And we're going to
Snoop.
switch.
Lovely meeting you. And again, if you're interested in any of our dogs, come on by. Our dogs. Pet Rescue's dogs, come on by or go to the Pet Rescue website, which is ny-petrescue.org. And here comes Jada.
Thank you. New dog.
I should also mention
New
that
dog.
if you're interested in seeing what we do at the local live and LMC TV, come over to the corner in front of the old Payless store on Mamaroneck Avenue, and you can see how it all works, how we make this happen. Okay, Paula, back to Jada.
Jada's a 3-month-old German Shepherd puppy, probably a mix. We don't know what the whole lineage is, but these are the sweet. We have 3 of them, 3 siblings. The sweetest
3 of
dogs
them?
ever. Yes,
Okay.
but we only had enough hands for one for tonight's event.
Okay. Are they strong? Like, do they require some physical?
These are the sweetest, gentlest puppies. Look at this. Right? This is just great. He's great on a leash. She will probably need training like all dogs, and she will be big. I mean, at 3 months, she's a good size.
So how big would you expect her to become?
I've been off by as much as 40 pounds, so I am going to guess a good 50, a solid 50 pounds, if not more.
Okay, so what kind of family or home does Jada need?
Active.
Active.
And
Okay.
with our puppies, we like our puppies to go to homes where somebody is home a good part of the day. We won't send a puppy to a home where the people are working 8-10 hours a day and the dog is alone.
Was that true for Snoop also? That you?
No, Snoop could go to a working home as long as when
Okay.
they're home they really do take the time to work with him, to train him, exercise. Dogs are like toddlers. They're forever toddlers. Would you leave a toddler in the house alone 10 hours with no stimulation?
Well, a lot of people put them in crates while they're gone during
There's still
the day.
no stimulation.
Leave the TV on?
No,
No,
they
it's
need
not.
to move. They need to be
move.
challenged.
Okay.
Some dogs do well if you put the radio on, you put the TV on, but that's not challenging. And they're smart. They need to work. They need to learn skills.
Okay. So we need an active home, somebody around, probably somebody strong.
Well, it depends on how you train them. If you get them trained right away, then you don't have a problem. But if you don't teach a dog how to walk on a leash, how to follow simple commands, then you have an out-of-control toddler who could be 50 pounds or
Okay.
more. So yeah, we recommend all our families go to some kind of puppy training, either in the house or like a Petco, a PetSmart, Portchester Obedience. There are schools all over that do that, and that way you know what to do, and everybody in your family's on the same page.
Did other dogs in the family, cats or other pets?
So far, she gets along with everyone. We know she gets along with other dogs. Introducing her to a cat at this point probably would not be an issue, but we do cat test all of our dogs.
You do? Why
If
is
it-
that?
For the very reason that you would think, why, we don't want the dogs and the cats to be stressed with each other. There are some dogs, one of my dogs I have now that I'm fostering, who could not make it tonight, is a prey-driven dog. She's young, she's great, she's wonderful, but she's a dog that will chase a smaller animal, a squirrel, a chipmunk, or a cat. You don't want your cat to be stressed by having a dog run after it.
Does Jada like other dogs?
Yes, loves them. Loves them.
So a family with other
Absolutely.
dogs needs a yard, or long walks are sufficient?
Either. We like the long walk because people with just a fenced-in yard could get a little complacent. They open the door, let the dog out. They're not really interacting with the dog. We like that walking, you're exercising, the dog is exercising, you're bonding with your dog, the dog's meeting other dogs in the neighborhood, other people, they're learning social skills.
Tell us about your screening process. You just don't send the dog home with anyone
No.
who says, "Hi, I'm here."
No.
So tell
We have
us
an
about
online
that.
application. People do complain that's a little bit both intrusive and invasive, and it's long, but we're trying to make the match. So we do ask for references. We do need, if you rent a home, we do need to call the landlord because they may have restrictions. If you've had an animal before, we do call the vet, making sure you can keep the vet up to date, keep the animal up to date with shots, and be able to care for it if there's any other medical emergency. We ask for personal references just to get a sense of what is your home like? What kind of dog would work within your home?
So if you or anyone there are interested in Jada, and the mayor just went by, ny-petrescue.org. Jada's turn is up, and we're going to be bringing in another dog shortly.
Okay.
Really, you're saying people shouldn't be worried about the screening process because it's really for everyone's benefit.
It is the match. We're looking to make the match work. The right dog in the right home or the right cat in the right home.
Well, while we switch dogs here, we've got another announcement for you, which is that LMC TV has an HD petition that we'd like you to consider signing. If you want better quality and want to watch us in HD, we are capable of doing that. In fact, we do film this show and other shows in HD, but we're not able to air it in HD. So, if you'd like HD quality, go to our webpage or Facebook page and sign the petition to ask Verizon Fios or Cable and Optimum to give the community its high definition channels it deserves. So we hope that you will consider that. Oh, and we have another dog here, George. George is very cute. Tell us about George.
So George is a Maltese, probably a mix. He's from South Korea, from the South Korean meat market, where he would have been somebody's lunch. And there is a group in Westchester that actually works with the group in South Korea to bring dogs over. So they're fully vetted in South Korea.
Now, the dog's from South Korea, not North Korea, or are North Korea via South Korea?
Just South Korea. I don't know where I don't know
Okay.
if there's any underground railroad for dogs in the Korea. I don't know. But this dog has been an absolute dream in my, again, just got off a plane. 30 hours.
Wait, been here 30 hours? No, the flight was 30 hours.
Well, Tilly got from South Korea to New York. Then we had to go, someone went down to JFK, had to go through customs and take this dog with her.
How long has George been here?
We just took George on Saturday.
And
look
less
at this
than
dog.
a week.
This dog is a dream.
So how old is George?
George is between 2 and 3.
Is he
The only
curious?
thing we're going to be doing with him is he needs his teeth cleaned.
He needs his
Teeth cleaned. Pet
Why
Rescue.
is that?
Pet Rescue is very big on dental health and dental hygiene, because just like people, they tell you people with gum disease can also develop other infections, including heart disease. All of our animals get their teeth cleaned. Any dental work that needs to happen, any extractions we do. So he's scheduled for next Tuesday.
Okay.
But he's living in a home with other dogs, with cats, with kids, and he is just a dream.
How big is he going to get?
This is it.
This is it. So, what kind of family? Little kids, big kids?
Well,
no
again,
kids?
right now he's great with everybody. He's great with infants all the way up in age. He's gentle, he's kind, shares his toys. There's something called resource guarding that we look at. If a dog is eating and growl if you go near them, or has a toy and growls, they're guarding their stuff. He has none of that. You could take things right out of his mouth.
And is that good?
Yes, that's very good. You don't want a dog that you're going to have to worry is going to snap, nip, especially around kids. But anyway, you want to be comfortable around your dog. And he's great. He's amazing.
What kind of space does he need, and is he
He
very...
could be an apartment dog. He is very, very playful, but he's not high energy.
Okay.
So he could definitely go with a more mature family. He's great for traveling. So because he's the right size, if you're a family that has a vacation home someplace, he's the dog, because he'll fit right in your in your suitcase underneath the seat.
Right. He travels well.
Travels well. He's great in the car.
Okay, so somebody is going to ask, I mean, you have them all so well behaved here. Have you treated them at all or done anything beforehand?
We try to socialize all of our dogs as much as possible.
But he hasn't been here very long.
That's true. With the
Temperament.
dogs we get from South Korea tend to be pretty well behaved. I think they're so thrilled not to be looked at as meat, that, as your dinner, that they're very grateful. But we have had very good success with the dogs. We actually have 2 poodles that came up with her also.
Miniature poodles?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone is interested in George, it's ny-petrescue.org, but we are also on Mamaroneck Avenue at the block party. If you want to stop by, say hi to us, say hi to George or any of the other dogs that we've been featuring tonight. We're going to move on to our next dog.
Okay.
George, you really are adorable. But before, we have yet another announcement. This is your chance to sign up for the Bruce Beck Sports Broadcasting Camp that's running July 23rd to the 27th. So if you're at all interested in sports or sports news, this is your opportunity. You can learn how to report from the sideline, do play-by-play, host your own show, and much more. And in fact, I would like to do it, but I think I'm too old. But anyway, if you want more information, visit www.lmctv.org. and you'll get all the information you need for the Bruce Beck Sports Camp. Okay, Chicklet is here. Oh my goodness, what a loving.
Very friendly.
Is Chicklet a boy or a girl?
Chiclet's a girl, and she also came from Puerto Rico. You just happen to have a lot of our foreign dogs. We do take
Yes, really,
we
yeah.
do take local dogs.
Okay.
And Chicklet is just what you see. She is just a joy. And she's one of my other fosters, so she's very happy to see me. I think she was a little concerned that she was, although she's been here for about 10 days. And she would be great.
Was there a flight like where they were just trying to get more dogs out of Puerto Rico?
You know, I'm not 100% sure. I was told that a very wealthy woman sponsored this whole flight. And she took over 100 dogs from St. Croix and Puerto Rico.
Interesting. Okay, so let me guess. Chicklet needs an active family. Lots of energy.
Yes, yes.
Probably good with kids who want to run around.
She's very good with kids. She's also, believe it or not, you can't tell right now. But
I really hope the camera is getting Chicklet because it's a hoot.
She's on the shy side, believe it or not. There you go. Hello.
Chicklet, give everyone a good look at the
And
camera
I
so
love
they can
these
see
ears.
you.
And she's a dachshund mix.
Okay. So is this about full size?
Yes, she's full size.
How old is she?
She's about a year and a half.
Okay.
And it's all a guess. You know, we can pretty much tell. We're pretty good at under 5 and over 5.
Right.
And the young dogs. But the vets have a way of looking at their teeth and kind of guesstimating their age.
Is she trained?
She's housebroken. She is.
Because Pet Rescue did it, or she came up that way?
She came up that way. She's just a delight. Now, the interesting thing, because we're able to foster her, we know Chicklet is a very submissive dog, which means that if she's with a more bossy dog, they will bully her. So there are some dogs that are very submissive that seems to bring out the bully in even the best dog. It's a very interesting phenomenon. So I would be very
So you have to really be careful in putting her in a home with another dog or pet or any kind of pet.
We insist that all animals in the home meet. So if you have another dog or dogs, then they all have to meet. Generally, we ask them to come to Pet Rescue at 7 Harrison Avenue, and we set up a time where we have a big playground available, and we make the introductions very slowly, very carefully. If there are occasions that we will bring a dog to a home to see how it all works out in the home.
Do you ever retrain the dog that's already in the home to accommodate the new dog? No.
We don't
they have to fit or...
Yeah, we're all volunteers at Pet Rescue, which is great because we're able to use every penny that we raise to benefit the animals. Having said that, though, we don't have a staff that's able to retrain other dogs, but we do have a list of trainers that we recommend.
Okay.
And we could send a trainer, but we wouldn't send a dog to a home if
that wasn't immediately right for them.
Yeah.
What is it about what they eat? You know, some people I know with dogs, you know, it's different kinds of dog food, but others feed their dogs real food. And how do these dogs
That's a whole
come?
other conversation.
Oh, okay.
You know?
But when these dogs come from other countries, what are they used to eating, or do they care, or they're
Sometimes
just
we
hungry?
don't know. Yeah, a lot of our dogs, especially from down south, are street dogs. They were pulled off the street and they were eating out of dumpsters, or not eating at all and coming up to us emaciated. We have one dog on the website, Zeke, that if people are following our website, they would see this dog came a Great Dane, so emaciated, he was eating garbage, literally clothing, rocks, and we had to surgically remove everything, all of that stuff that he has ingested. So we try to put them on a very bland diet. So usually any kind of really a supermarket or Costco, a Costco brand food. It's even, it's bland, it has not been recalled, but it's not so rich like some of the home foods that, they're now doing all natural foods. Those organic foods are great, but they are so rich, your dog winds up with diarrhea, if it's a street dog.
Okay.
So people are going to do what they're going to do.
For the most part, when you've received these dogs, they're happy to just be given food
Yeah.
and not have to go searching for it,
Yeah.
I gather.
Yeah.
Very
And a lot of our
interesting.
dogs, just with the change of location, with the long transport, even if they're coming from West Virginia, it's still a 12-hour drive. If they're coming from Houston, it's overnight. If
Do some of them come traumatized?
Yes.
And what do you do
not
then?
traumatized from the trip necessarily,
Okay.
but from whatever their experience was. We give them time. We give them time to decompress. We try to put them in a foster home that really has the time and the energy and the experience to work with a dog and let them come out of their shell.
Well, we thank you for joining us. The dogs are lovely. If anyone's interested, this is Chicklet. Chicklet's available, ny-petrescue.org. And all the other dogs, let's see, we had George, we had Jada, and we had Snoop. Right. They're all available at the Pet Rescue website. You'll have to fill out an application. Paula, thank you so much for joining us, and everyone notice how well behaved all of the dogs have been. We also have a community mural at LMC TV that we would like to offer you the opportunity to participate in funding. It's $200 a tile, and that money goes directly to LMC TV. As you probably know, we're a nonprofit organization, and we rely on viewers' participation to help us buy some of our equipment or to pay for other things that we need. The mural is done by Jamie Lynn, a local artist and owner of Made Studio. So we hope you'll consider participating and joining us on that. And we have upcoming the 3rd annual Tiki Party. That's next Friday, July 20th, at the Stephen E. Johnston Beach at Harbor Island Park. It's become an annual event and a community favorite. Last year we had over 2,000 people. We can see if we can beat it this year. But this year we'll have food trucks, adult beverages, of course, live music, a magician, a fire juggler, and the Movies on the Sand screening of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. So we hope you'll join us there. And by the way, that movie stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, if you haven't seen it yet. And we at LMC TV and at the Local Live are always looking for new volunteers and interns to help us put on this newscast. We love hearing from you. You can email comments or inquiries to the Local Live at lmctv.org. Thank you for watching The Local Live. I'm Maura Carlin, live from the block party on Mamaroneck Avenue. Good night.